So Assassin's Creed is a video game series where each game takes place in a different real-world historical setting. The next Assassin's Creed game was announced, this time taking place in feudal Japan, and it'll have two dual protagonists. One who's a Japanese shinobi ninja assassin, she looks pretty cool, and the other is a black samurai, heavily based on the real black samurai Yasuke, a retainer of Oda Nobunaga. And I must reiterate, Yasuke is a real person that did exist. I think that's an interesting direction for the series to go in that could potentially lead to a unique story unfolding, and I'm sure that certain types of gamers will be very normal about this. Meanwhile on twitter.com,
Let's go.
Nigger! I can't believe this! We've been waiting for decades for an Assassin's Creed game set in Japan where you play as a samurai, and when we finally get one, you have to play as a... Look, I'm not racist, but you should be playing as a Japanese person in the Japanese game! This makes me so mad. I'm going to angrily rant about it online where I conveniently stand in front of the Japanese main character you also play as, which invalidates my entire argument. Assassin's Creed in Italy, you play as Italian man. Assassin's Creed in Greece, you play as Greek man. Assassin's Creed in Caribbean, you play as a Welsh man. Assassin's Creed in Britain, you play as a Viking from Norway. Assassin's Creed in Turkey, you play as Italian, but those are all different. And look, I'm not racist, but I just want to play as a Japanese samurai, like I can in Ghost of Tsushima, or in Sekiro, or in Like a Dragon Ishin, or in For Honor, or in Samurai Showdown, or in Rise of the Ronin, or in Onimusha, or in Samurai Warriors, or in Neo 2, or in Trek to Yomi. You know, just like in all of those games that I can already play right now. But it needs to happen in Assassin's Creed. You know, that series that's known for its
high pedigree of quality.
Look, I'm not racist, but they need to keep these f***ing porch monkeys out of our game. It's not even historically accurate for that Tyrone Terror to be a samurai. He was not a samurai, even though
actual Japanese historians and Japanese people agree that real-life Yasuke had the rank of samurai and was the first foreign-born samurai.
But I became a Japanese history expert overnight, and I'm not racist, but black people in history can only be slaves. I'll just edit Wikipedia so it agrees with me and use that as my source. And while I'm not Japanese, Ubisoft, or should I say Wokisoft, inserting their SJW, DEI, CRT, ESG pandering political propaganda is offensive to Japanese people, even though
there have been dozens of Japanese works throughout history featuring Yasuke or characters directly inspired by him, including in a bunch of video games. And every post I've seen from actual Japanese people are like, hey look, it's Yasuke, that's cool. And it's currently the top selling game on Amazon Japan, with the collector's edition of the game at number 4.
But look at the dislikes on the Japanese trailer that you can only see with an extremely finicky browser extension. Dislikes that literally anyone from around the world could have left, including me, which I did because I'm a gamer and I'm furious. You can't have a non-Japanese person be a samurai, even though it happened in Neo 1 and no one complained. But that was different, because that was a white guy, because that was based on a real person, just like Yasuke is, but that's different. Everything in the past was artistic intent. Everything in the present is woke pandering. Assassin's Creed has always been a realistic, historically accurate, escapist fantasy where me, a cracker, can pretend those jigaboos never existed. Historical accuracy and authenticity, like when
Leonardo da Vinci would improve your weapons, or when George Washington activated some magic fruit, or when the goddess Minerva shows up after you fistfight the Pope as the final boss, or flying on a Pegasus in Valhalla, or when Arden from Final Fantasy 15 shows up and summons Bahamut in Egypt.
But a Negro,
who was actually there in history,
being in the video game? That's too far! And look, I'm not racist, but if they wanted a game where you play as some jive-talking, watermelon-munching, graphite gorilla, then they should have made a game where you lead a slave rebellion. Even though Assassin's Creed has already done that twice. Look, I'm not a tourist, I swear. Instead of forcing some midnight Maurice into Japan, why not make an Assassin's Creed game set in Africa? No, I can't find Egypt on a map. Why do you ask? Playing an Assassin's Creed game set in Japan is not about exploring a Japanese historical setting immersed in Japanese culture and interacting with historical Japanese figures. It's about the skin color of one of the armor-wearing polygons I'm moving around on screen. This is what you should be upset about, not the game accepting $130 pre-orders without even showing an actual second of gameplay. This entire industry is trying to replace our master race of real gamers and forcing their leftoid agenda down our throats. I'm the only one who can defend us real gamers on the next battlefield in the culture war. First they tried to take away Stellar Blade's vagina bones, and now these satanic groomers are ruining our games. I am saying normal sentences that well-adjusted people say, and look, I'm not racist. I just happen to have a lot of racists agreeing with me on this race-related topic. So subscribe to my Patreon so I can tell you what video game to be upset about next, instead of you just playing the video games you want to play. Oh no, I pooped my diaper!
Thanks for watching, and please watch any of my other videos. They're much more thoughtful than this one. It's worth noting that nothing in this video was made up or exaggerated. Everything in this video actually happened, and sometimes it's fun to make fun of idiots by repeating their own talking points back to them. Anyways, today's comment code word is dynamite. Comment dynamite if it made it all the way to the end of the video, and we're really gonna need it this time. And that's it, video's over.
Your son's a sick man with sick thoughts. I think niggas like him should die.